Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel Secrets of Hidden History. I am Vitin. Today, we will discuss about the Operation Paperclip, how Nazi scientists secretly worked for the WWII. See after WWII, Operation Paperclip was a secret plan created by the United States government after World War II. Its main purpose was to bring German scientists, engineers, and technicians from Nazi Germany to work in America. At the end of the war, Germany had some of the smartest scientists who had built advanced rockets, jet planes, and chemical weapons. Both the United States and the Soviet Union wanted these experts because their knowledge could help in the Cold War that began soon after World War II. The operation got its name Paperclip because American officers marked the chosen scientists' files with paper clips. There were three main groups involved in Operation Paperclip. The first was the U.S. government, especially the U.S. Army and intelligence agencies like the Office of Strategic Services (OSS), which later became the CIA. The second group was the German scientists, many of whom had worked for Adolf Hitler's Nazi regime during the war. The third was the Soviet Union, which was also trying to capture German scientists at the same time. One of the most famous scientists brought to the U.S. was Wernher von Braun, a German rocket engineer who helped design the V-2 rocket used by the Nazis. After moving to America, he worked for NASA and helped build the Saturn V rocket, which carried the first humans to the moon in 1969. It is surprising that a man who once worked for Hitler later helped the U.S. to win the space race. Operation Paperclip mostly took place in the United States. After being captured or found in Germany, the scientists were brought to American military bases for interviews and baccalogram round checks. Later, they were sent to work in research centers, universities, and government labs across the country. Some important places included Fort Bliss in Texas, where many rocket scientists worked, White Sands Proving Ground in New Mexico, where rockets were tested, and Huntsville, Alabama, where Wernher von Braun and his team worked for NATO. Before this, in Germany, officers searched cities, factories, and underground labs to find these scientists and their secret documents. The U.S. started Operation Paperclip because after World War II, it became rivals with the Soviet Union in the Cold War. Both countries wanted to be the most powerful in the world. The U.S. knew that German scientists had created advanced technology like rockets, jets, and weapons that were better than what America had. If the Soviet Union got these scientists first, it could become stronger than the U.S. So, the U.S. wanted these scientists to work for them instead of the enemy. Even though many scientists had been members of the Nazi Party, the U.S. ignored their past and focused on their knowledge. This made the operation controversial because many people thought it was wrong to forgive Nazis just for their skills. Operation Paperclip was carefully planned and very secret. First, U.S. officers went to Germany at the end of the war to make a list of smart scientists, engineers, and experts. Normally, people who were part of the Nazi Party could not enter the U.S., but the government changed their records to make them look clean. The scientists and their families were secretly moved to America using military transport, and many were given new names and papers to hide their Nazi past. Once in the U.S., they began working in rocket programs, chemical weapon labs, and space research. For example, Wernher von Braun's team built rockets for the U.S. Army and later for NASA's space program. After Operation Paperclip, the U.S. made huge progress in science and technology, especially in rocketry, aviation, and space exploration. The German scientists helped build the U.S. missile system during the Cold War, assisted NASA in creating rockets that sent astronauts to space, and trained many American scientists and engineers. Because of this, the U.S. became a global leader in technology. However, there was a dark side. Many of these scientists had worked in Nazi concentration camps using forced labor, and by bringing them to America, the U.S. forgave their crimes for the sake of science. This raised ethical questions about whether it was right to ignore justice for progress. Operation Paperclip teaches us how war and fear can change the way governments act. The US worked with former enemies to win the Cold War and the space race, showing that countries sometimes make moral compromises for power and progress. It also shows that knowledge can be both good and bad. The same rockets once used to destroy cities were later used to explore space. Operation Paperclip is still discussed today because it shows how secrets, science, and politics can mix in unexpected ways. In the end, the operation helped the US reach the moon, but it also raised important questions about ethics, justice, and truth. Thank you for watching this video. If you find this video helpful or productive, so please do like this video and subscribe our channel.